Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
Hey you, it is time for Back to Base on Africa Tech Radio. My name is Lilian. Today on Back to Base, of course, we're having someone special, but before I introduce him, let me just say this. It is amazing the number of legitimate ways available for one to create wealth in the world today. Now, if you are of the opinion that the world is vast and things that would work in other countries might not work here, well, let me rephrase. It is amazing the number of legitimate ways available for one to create wealth in Africa, in Nigeria. Now, many believe that the only way money can be made is by working in any job for any salary, just because they want to make money, regardless of whether or not there's love for the job or whether it aligns with their goals, their dreams, their aspirations. While there's nothing wrong with that, of course, you are free to work any job you want to do. I just want to let you know that you have the ability to do more, to be more. And we have many among us who are breaking boundaries and shattering the glass ceilings on a regular basis. Many of whom we've had the pleasure of having a chat with here on Africa Tech Radio. I mean, if they can do it, what is stopping us from achieving our goals and desires, right? There's this statement our parents used to say then. They'll say, that your friend that got A, does he have 3 heads? You know, that is a question. The people who are actually making it out there, do they have 2 heads? Well, today on Back to Base on Africa Tech Radio, we'll be having a chat with Jerome Ikechukwu Okeke, the co-founder and CEO of Paylot Technologies and Obiex Finance. He's someone whose growth I've been following and impressed with for the past few years. No, I'm not stalking him. I'm just fascinated at his growth. Right, and my name is Lilian, and the topic for today is transforming desire to reality, building and sustaining a cryptocurrency trading platform in Nigeria. Hi, Jerome. How are you doing? It's been, 2-3 years?
Yeah, I think maybe 3 years. Hi, Lilian. Yes. I'm doing great. What about you?
Well, I mean, you can see I'm doing great as well. It's very nice reconnecting.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm always glad, to having to talk with you and then share what we are doing. Anytime.
So on my phone, what I saved your name as is TechQuest Paylot. I'm not even kidding. I can give you a screenshot right now, because I knew when I first met you, I knew that you were doing something with Paylot, but I didn't really grasp the entirety of it. I didn't understand what you were doing Paylot then, because I was not really into the tech space. But you started Paylot first, then ventured into Obiex. What inspired you to start your own cryptocurrency platform, and what was your background before entering the crypto industry?
All right, thank you. It was really a funny story when my entry into crypto. I think it was in 2016, during the last quarter of 2016. I was still in school then, in university. I was studying electronics and computer engineering. I was good in a couple of things, including maths. Then what happened then, it's like during the vacation, we tried to make small money, to use when we come back. Mm-hmm. So there were some children these 2 kids that I was doing home lessons for. They were, I was teaching them English, teaching them maths, quantitative, and, just the basic subjects. And then I've worked with them for like 2 months. And it was during one of those classes we usually saw in the weekend. Then my friend called me on the phone and then said he has discovered the next gold mine. And then, I'm like, what is it? He said Bitcoin. I'm like, what the hell is Bitcoin? He said it's the internet money that will change everything. And then I'm like, no. But let's talk about it when I get home. So I got home. I put it on Google. What is Bitcoin? I was able to get some information. I mean, it's surprising how much I've changed. Then there was not so much information about cryptocurrencies as we have right now. I mean, right now, everybody's talking about it. But I was able to get what I could get, and then I understood that this could be a game changer. And then next thing I did was I called the mother of the kids, and I'm like, I'm not coming back next Saturday. It's a true story. And then the funny part about it is that Saturday, the next Saturday was my payday. So I've worked 3 Saturdays, and just one Saturday to close the month, I just called, and my dad was very angry. It was like, you should have waited to get your pay, but it was what happened. So I bought my first Bitcoin then. I think I spent like 10,000 naira buying I was being paid like 20,000. So the previous salary, I spent half of it buying my first Bitcoin. And I started talking about it. And that was my whole journey into crypto. So owning my own platform, my own cryptocurrency platform, as I was preaching out to people about Bitcoin, I was not in the town. I was like, the community where I grew up, like, was not like Lagos or Abuja. So it's filled with regular people doing regular businesses. It's not like very, very extremely educated people. So as I was talking to them about crypto, about Bitcoin, then it was mostly Bitcoin, about Bitcoin, everybody was interested in this thing that is going to change the whole way they view money. But the basic issue that everybody has was utility. People are now telling me, how would I have a money that will be stressful for me if I want to spend? Like, this is my Zenith Bank app. If I go there and then if I'm going on the road to buy ice cream, I easily transfer to the ice cream vendor, or I easily use my card. But with crypto, that is very impossible. And I'm like, the true value of a currency, it's how people are able to accept it or able to use it day to day. I'm like, if I'm preaching about Bitcoin and then people are unable to spend it, and then for them to get cash, they have to go through rigorous processes, then there is a problem. I first thought, what is the easiest solution I can do? I said, okay, let me create an utility-based product that will allow people, spend their crypto even without ramping it to cash. That is what came up with Paylot. So Paylot is like Paystack for crypto. It was an end-to-end payment processing platform that allowed merchants, both online merchants and then brick and mortar, to be able to accept crypto as a means of payment while we remit them their local currency same day. So with that, they could be able to accept payments not just from Nigeria, from international people that could patronize them with Bitcoin and the rest. And then we settled them. They don't handle the volatility. We settled them in Naira and into their local bank account same day. I came up with the idea, but the issue was like, I was not a developer. I've never written a line of code before. And then I could not develop the platform that I have just thought about. So I started on my quest looking for developers. Then crypto was still very early in Nigeria. There was not a lot of crypto blockchain developers in Nigeria then. So it was a very difficult one. I moved from developers to developer until I met the team that I'm currently working with. We started building the idea, and then it took us like two years. We launched the payment processing, the payment gateway in 2018. I mean, do I still have time to continue?
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. What year was that? The year that you were doing that lesson and you found the cryptocurrency?
It was in 2016. It was it's like one of the funniest memories of my life. I mean, like each time I remember it, it's really funny.
There's no way I would have waited. I would have not created my main salary. Although it's really happened to me, and I ran away. But that's the thing. We are chasing the fish in the pond when we can be looking at the fish in the ocean. That's what we do on a daily. A lot of us miss opportunities because of that fish pond we're seeing. There's no access for more fish to come through into that fish pond. But the whole ocean is there available for us to get different kinds of fish. And yes, wow. I'll tell that story for you.
Yeah, I think also what helped me is that let's not make it very lightly, because what I took was the move I took was a very risky move.
It was.
I think it's not very advisable for everybody, because I mean, if he had failed and then I went back to the lady and I'm like, take me back, of course, definitely she wouldn't want someone that would work at on her the next moment. And I think it's just about my risk appetite. I was very, very entrepreneurial, and coupled with the fact that I mean, like, sitting in one place and then teaching. I love to, inspire people, but sitting in one place and teaching kids for hours, it was like boring me out. So I needed to be out in the field. Like, so as it came, it was like something I was waiting for. And then also, I knew that if something happened, I still have a lot of years in my life to be able to get in shape. So
that is exactly
yeah,
my
it was
point. It was risky.
a calculated risk.
Yeah, but even if it failed, you would have done something else. It is the entrepreneurial spirit in you.
Yes.
And that is the thing. Even these top people will tell you their stories. The greatest inventors of the world will tell you how many times they failed. It's just that one success that was recorded. You get? So whether or not you failed, there's always the bounce back. It is you. I mean,
yes.
And I realized that you also had that, you still have that teaching spirit in you. You still want to educate others. And that was the reason why I wanted you to be on the show, because I mean, you are benefiting. There's something that you started, and I'm sure you want some people to benefit from it as well. So, now this is for that dreamer who will look at you and say, I'm sure you know that you have a lot of people looking up to you. It's Jerome. It is Obiex. Are you kidding me? I want to be like Jerome. I want to be like this person who has built this beautiful platform that I can only dream of, So what are the ingredients required to build a successful cryptocurrency platform?
So I think it lies very down, most especially in listening to your customers. You have to be able to, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that you're building the product. So one funny thing that happened is that you know me as Paylot. Now Obiex has been coming up a lot of times. So you might want to know what is the connection between Paylot and Obiex. So like I told you, when we launched Paylot in 2018, but because we were listening to customers' behavior, we noticed that some people were using the product for entirely different things. They were using it to, instead of it to be a payment, a means for them to accept payment from their customers, they were using it to get off ramp from crypto to fiat, and then going all the way about creating an invoice, sending themselves an invoice, going ahead to pay the invoice, and receiving the payouts in there. And I'm really like, if customers are willing to go through this hope, why not make it simpler for them? And then we went on to create Obiex, and since then the game has been different. Like from 2020 that we launched the product till now, we have been able to facilitate more than $7 billion in transactions. And that is because we are listening to customers, and then we knew what they wanted, and we remodeled our product to be able to fit them. So I think that is number one. Number two, it's also the right team. If you have the right team with you, you could be able to do almost everything. So I'm always very keen in being able to select the team. I look at the team that shares the quality that I share, or the quality that I want, the core values that I want in the company, and then we are able to pick them up. Because at the end of the day, when things are not going the way you expect them, or when there is a crisis, the teams they are the team, the members that you have in your team, they are the ones that will be there to put things together. And it takes a lot of entrepreneurial spirit to be able to run things like crypto exchange in Nigeria, because it's a kind of a sector that is still new, and then there are still a lot of regulatory uncertainty. So it just needs you to be very, very adaptive, and then to be able to consume new information very fast, and being able to affect them in your journey as a startup.
Speaking of team members, which skill set do you need to get together? Because of course we know that creating a platform like this is not a one man's job. You also need people who are skilled in different aspects. So which particular skills do you need to, form the team that you need?
Okay, so foremost, it's that probably like when bringing in together people that you want to work with, want to look for people that have perseverance. Crypto guys, they are not like regular customers. A lot of them have money. They want things done and then done immediately. They like to be addressed in a particular kind of way, and you want to be able to make sure that you pick up team members that have perseverance to be able to deal with these two issues. And there are people that are also very open-minded and adaptive, because the thing about crypto is that it moves very fast. Like I told you, 2016, when I was browsing what is Bitcoin, I didn't have as much information. Like the information available then and the information available now, it's like 1:1 million. So new things just keep on popping up every day, and then you want to make sure that your team is on it. They are just learning and then adapting and then opening their mind to information. It's not like maybe banking system, or it's not like civil engineering whereby things are static for like 10 years before the industry is shifting. It's like a very competitive landscape that things are changing every day, every week, every month. So you want to be able to bring up people that are open-minded and people that also look at the long term. Because crypto, it's in as much as people just go ahead and be like, put in $1,000, $1 million. It's most of the cases is not like that. It's just patience, like long-term game. And you want your team members to be able to focus on the company, not really looking at the prices of crypto at the moment. Focus on the dream and then on the company that you are building, on the objectives that you guys are building. And then they're able to persevere, they're able to have patience and then keep on pushing those to the long term. Because like, for instance, Bitcoin, it took almost 10 years for Bitcoin to be what it is like today, to be everywhere in the world. So yeah, it takes patience and then long-term thinking as well.
If people are looking at the price of crypto at every given time, everybody will quit. You're hearing, buy the dip.
Yes.
I bought the dip now, it's dipping me. and it's crazy.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, for me, it's been a long while that I was looking at prices, because if I keep on looking at prices, it will shift my attention from, I don't even trade anymore. So it will shift my attention from what I'm building, to it's dipping or it's going up, all those things. Those things are distractions.
Yeah, distractions for you, but for those who trade on it, that's their life. They have to look at every fluctuation in price. Now, in 2021, the Central Bank of Nigeria sent a letter to banks. I mean, prior to that, people found crypto and they were so excited. They were like, yes, this is the real thing, right? So in 2021, CBN sent a letter to banks and other financial institutions stating that trading in cryptocurrencies and enabling payment for cryptocurrency exchanges are banned. They also went a step further to direct all banks and other financial institutions to identify and cancel the accounts of individuals or businesses who deal in cryptocurrencies or run cryptocurrency exchanges. How did this particular news and the implementation of this news, how did it affect cryptocurrency in this part of the world, and how did it affect your platform?
Yeah, I mean, like, one of the good things we're able to see with the whole CBN policy on regulated fintech companies and then crypto exchanges, it's that when you look at what happened then, you'll be like, oh, in country like Nigeria, things can still be done effectively. I mean, the way they were able to carry out that order very well, I mean, like, you'll be like, so people still know how to get, people still know how to get things done. Yeah, I mean,
when they want to.
So when they want to, when it's convenient for them, they know how to get things done. So personally, I'll start from a personal note. Personally, it affected me a lot. I currently do not own bank accounts in Nigeria, because apparently not just did they freeze the accounts of suspected crypto traders, they also blacklist your BVN. So currently, if I want to open an account in any bank, I don't think I'll be allowed to open an account in any bank. It was bad. I mean, like, it was bad, but it's also one of the things that have contributed to the growth Obiex has as a company. Because one of the disadvantages of not having a bank account is that you are financially excluded. I go to a nice restaurant in Lagos, and then after eating, I'm unable to pay my bills because I don't have an ATM card. I don't have a bank account to be able to do transfer. I cannot buy airtime because I don't have a bank account. I would like the CBN financially excluded us, and we are not even talking about it because we just went on to build our company. For example, now at Obiex, the current stage at Obiex, everything you can do with your bank, you can do with Obiex, and it's powered 100% through crypto. You can buy utilities, buy airtime, buy TV subscription, buy your Starlink, issue your virtual card, spend on anything. Anything you can think about, move money, send people Naira, anything you can think about, you can do on Obiex. And I did it specifically for all the people that CBN financially excluded. We don't need bank accounts. Apart from the side that they financially excluded us, you now start looking at the things like visa and embassies. So for instance, when you're applying a visa to visit a particular country, a lot of this require your bank statement. And how would you go ahead and provide bank statement where you don't have a bank account? So it returns some of us to zero. We have to start going to other countries to open bank accounts and then, start building it up to be able to use it, to start applying for visa and all. So there was so many disadvantages, but which we have taken care of, and then by developing on our app, and so for instance on Obiex you can also apply for statement, and then you can use the statement. The last visa I obtained, I used my statement on Obiex, and a lot of embassies are opening up to crypto now to present to the embassy, and they accepted it.
Apart from Nigeria,
so apart from that, it was a rash decision by CBN. I mean, I expected they could have probably called the actors together and then find a way moving forward. But what the effect, apart from the disadvantages, that the huge disadvantage that he had, I think the advantage beats the disadvantage. Because the advantage is that it gave more popularity to crypto. More people learned about crypto when CBN put out the ban than before then. Before then, it was just like a group of people, a community thing, But immediately after CBN, people started asking questions about what is this crypto that CBN is banning and is stopping banks from partnering with. Financial actors started paying attention. I mean, for CBN to start prohibiting regulated financial actors from partnering with crypto companies or crypto affiliated people, then there must be something there. There must be opportunities there. I mean, and then they started looking into this, and the whole thing just blew up. I mean, like we 10x in value. We started getting more people, more diversity companies looking towards Bitcoin, like buying Bitcoin, skipping some of the balance sheet in Bitcoin, using crypto like to move money across borders and stuff like that. So I think it's also contributed to the whole rise of crypto in Nigeria. So yeah.
Well, that is really sad. Treating people who are just trading as fugitives. That was so extreme. All the money that you've gotten, has the money gone or the money is hanging somewhere?
So it depends. I mean, I don't know if it depends on the bank or if it depends on luck. Some people were able to get their money. And for me, I was able to get all my money. My bank just told me, issued me bank draft, come and collect your money. We no longer want to do this. But some of my friends, they didn't have the good luck. The banks are still holding their money till date. I mean, like if they go to the bank, will say they should go to CBN. And then if they go to CBN will say it's been very, very sad. Legislation, I think we tried to bring the motion to the Senate and then to the House of Representatives. Well, I mean, it was dead on arrival. I don't want to come ahead and start saying some of the discussions we had, but yeah, he was dead on arrival.
It's just
they should look into it.
Maybe in the future,
and then be able to get those people their money back. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Let's take a breather, and we'll be back. This song is by Ace of Base. I Saw the Sign. You're listening to Africa Tech Radio. My name is Lilian, and I'm having a chat with Jerome Ikechukwu Okeke, the CEO, co-founder of Obiex and Paylot. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Africa Tech Radio.
Welcome back to Africa Tech Radio. My name is Lilian, and I am not alone now. Okay, it's back to base. I've been having a conversation with Jerome, the co-founder of Paylot and Obiex, a cryptocurrency trading platform, which is even more. It's much more than that. I remember seeing new features on Obiex, and I was asking, I said, is this your plan? Is this your plan for the future of Obiex to make it bigger and greater than it actually is right now, to make it like a one-stop shop for everything, not just cryptocurrency, but total trading? And he said, yes, that's what I plan to do. But I am curious, because whatever it is that we do in life, there are some challenges that we will face along the way. It's just the degree of those challenges might differ, So what are those challenges that you have faced in your journey so far, and how did you overcome them? This is so that we can have the idea of likely roadblocks. If I, Lilian, am looking to starting my own cryptocurrency platform, what are those challenges? Why are you laughing? It is possible. What are some of those challenges that you have faced?
I mean, I wish I could go ahead and say a lot of all the challenges, but I still love my job, and then I still want to be the CEO tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, but generally running a company, especially something futuristic as this, and something that is competing against the traditional means that people are doing this, it's not easy at all. Running a crypto exchange is far from easy. It has difficult conditions that come with it as well. I mean, like, we have had to face some of these issues, especially like the one you mentioned, like the CBN letter to the banks. So with the first version of Obiex that we had, we just offering people off-ramp from crypto to Naira. And as soon as the CBN letter went out, it was total shutdown because we could no longer process automated payment payouts. What is the point when people are sending in their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, or their USDT, and then they can't get paid out in Naira? There's no point anymore. I mean, we had to shut down, we had to go back to base, and then we had to revamp and then come out with a full-fledged exchange, and then like with different other features, cards, utilities, payouts, and different other features on the platform, like an all-rounder for everything finance. So there are issues just come up, and you have people also leave, and people also have issues, and then you have to just come up and then always be able to come up with solutions very fast. You have customers who are very extremely angry people, and then once they are not satisfied, they go on probably on social media
and call you out.
Call you out. It doesn't even matter if they are the one causing their problem or not. They just go there and then they call you out. I mean, we have had customers come ahead and threaten me that if I don't do what they want, they go on social media. Like, you see, I'm being able to manage. Yeah, they'll be like, if you don't do this, I go to social media. And then they feel that if they go to social media, it's going to affect your customers or people. And then some of also remarkable issues we have. It happened during the time that FTX went bankrupt. People were so scared about the safety of their money in centralized exchanges like us, and it led to a sharp drop, just a very sharp drop, a small drop, because people were taking out their money. They don't want FTX already went away with their money. They don't want this one to also go away with their money. And then the next thing is that people need to do business at the end of the day. And then people have also noticed that they could also trust some local exchanges. That a business is foreign does not make them, come
better.
up with best practices or does not make them better. And when people looked at our track record, we have been there standing, shocking everything that they are doing on the platform, improving on the platform day in, day out. I think we by far, we have made more remarkable strides, than any other local exchange. I mean, by trade volume, by improvement, by revenue per user, and then a whole lot of things. So people looked at all these things, and then they know that the support that this local exchange has been giving us, the support has been tremendous. The safety, and then the ease of transaction. And what happened next is that our numbers just started going rapidly. User acquisition, and then people moving in their money deposits, it just went up. So the month that FTS went, after we had a sharp decline, we just grew by almost like our trade volume, like our volume and everything, deposit grew like almost 4x. That is people coming back to local exchanges. So at the end of the day, the idea is that things are going to happen. Very, very bad things are going to happen, difficult things. But the issue is that if you're able to turn it around, if you're able to stay calm, stay collected, and you're able to turn it around, those difficult things that come your way will lead to some of your biggest business progress. So that issues will come shouldn't discourage anybody. But the point is that you should be able to manage issues and then manage dispute and be able to use it to your advantage.
They're just saying that smooth roads do not make skilled drivers. If you learn how to drive the smoothest of roads, you might not be able to compete with somebody who learned to drive in Nigerian roads, for instance, filled with potholes.
Yes.
So,
definitely. I am sure if they take a lot of drivers in the UAE or maybe and then take them back to Nigeria, they won't be able to drive. But so maybe someone in Nigeria can be able to drive anywhere. They'll just have to.
So those issues will come. Those issues will come, but it will only make you better. Right. So how easy or difficult is it to attract users? Because you talked about having your own community and all. How easy or difficult is it to attract users and investors? Investors in block letters to your platform.
For users, I can be able to say for users. For investors, I could just only be able to offer my advice. For users, a good marketing team, most of our strengths that has also been, I can factor them to our marketing team. I have a very solid marketing team that are always very creative. They're always coming up with creative ideas. And then for people that are looking probably to launch their own crypto company, what they should look around is building communities, unique communities. Crypto people like being in communities because, they share information. Like I told you, crypto, it's a very fast-moving industry. So people always want to be in the know. So educative, informative in communities are always where you will find crypto people. So community building is a very necessary skill. And then also you need a performance marketing because you need to advertise as well. And then, you need very, very good support. People like when they bring up issues and then they're made like they're the only person in the company, the only customer you're serving, and then their issues are being treated fair and then treated properly as fast as possible and then as convenient as possible. So people like very good support systems. When you have those support system in place, people like it. For investors, I think investors generally look at numbers and then secondly they look at the PR. So if you're looking out for investors, you might want to make sure that your company is growing because they want to. It's not enough to make money. It's not enough to get users on your platform. It's continuity. I mean, like if you make 2,000 naira this month and then next month again you make 2,000 naira next month and then next 2 months again you make another 2,000. And there's no opportunity for me to invest. What you have is a flat business. And also the same thing with user acquisition. So you should look at making sure that year on year you are seeing at least minimum 3x growth. I think those are very good numbers for investors. And then also PR, you want to make sure that you attend some notable events. You put up your articles on very good blogs and publications, do, here and there, here and there, here and there. Those are the kind of also things that also investors like to see. And networking, powerful networking. Mostly people want to give money to people they know, people they trust. So you have to know, if they don't know, you have to know people they know, or you have to know people they trust. That is the only way they are going to give you money. So I think those are just basically the advice I have for young people out there that are looking to start their own company.
Okay, so looking at the future of cryptocurrency evolution, right? What role do you see your platform playing in this larger ecosystem? What are some of the trends and developments that you're most excited about in this space that's to come?
Yeah, so there have been a lot of things that are very fascinating. There have been like Web3 projects. Nigerians are doing very powerful things. I have a lot of friends that are building very powerful projects in Web3, very advanced projects. I am always very excited about those projects and I always, try to learn one or two things. But I mean, the role of Obiex, what we are doing is like just connect the everyday man to crypto. At least not yet. We're not looking towards those advanced stages, for really, really experts. We are just looking to build solutions that address the everyday common man in Lagos, in Nigeria, in Abuja, or anywhere. People that are looking for good financial systems to be able to carry out their daily financial activities. For instance, now I wake up in the morning, I want to recharge my airtime and call my people. I do it through Obiex. I don't need to convert. I don't need to do anything. Super easy. My DSTV runs out. I recharge it. I want to trade. I buy some Bitcoin. I want to convert it to USDT on Obiex. So very daily, connecting, the common man to, basic financial accessibilities, access and give them financial access. And those are the kind of things that we basically are focusing on. Also, what we have coming up is our academy that will come kind of bringing people, and then it's a way of also giving back to the society, teach them crypto, teach them blockchain, teach them about this new economic of finance, basically for free. So yeah, we're just looking to address the common man.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Maybe we can, tap into that too. So before we go, while you share some of the biggest lessons that you've learned throughout your journey as a cryptocurrency platform co-founder, I'd also like you to give advice to those looking to enter this industry, those who want to make an impact in this industry. What is that thing that you advise them on? So, two questions.
I mean, I think what I have to say is that they came at the right time. I mean, like earlier on when we started, I mean, like for instance, let me give you an example. When I started Paylot, nobody wanted to talk to us. I reached out to a lot of popular, probably startups or companies that you have today. I talked to Hotels NG. I talked to a lot of merchants, a lot of e-commerce people that are selling things to abroad. Then 2017, nobody wants to do business with you. But this day, you have everybody looking for crypto companies to do. Like, I mean, there is no better time to start a crypto company than now. So they have that advantage now. I mean, there is open wide adoption, and people are looking at for them to be able to build out their solutions. So they should grab knowledge as fast as possible. They should talk to people, do feasibility studies on their idea, talk to people, market survey, talk to people about their ideas, about their solutions, and be able to iterate very fast also, and be able to go to market with their idea. I believe for now it's a very good time, especially with what is happening with our economy. Then it's a very good time to launch a crypto product. And also find support systems. Support systems are one of the things that made us where we are today. We had support system. I can never forget that, because we couldn't have done it on our own. We have people, OGs in the space, even that we are rooting strongly for us. I mean, like if you mention Obiex in crypto communities, you have OGs that are rooting strongly for us. Those people are very, 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 very important to the success we have today as a company. So support system are also very, very important. If you're able to find support system, it will help you in whatever you are building.
No man is an island, right? People feel like they can achieve everything on their
yes.
own, but you can't. You have to find people who...
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
People reject what you have to offer. You can't force it down their throat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is there anything you want to add while we round up?
I mean, like, it has been a good time. Me, I'm always happy and then excited to talk about my journey. And then I hope that and I wish that it inspires somebody out there to start their own journey and then come to talk about it also. And then maybe, hopefully, I'll be listening. And then I'll be also learning from their own journey. So
if someone wants to follow you, to follow your progress and everything, and basically maybe send you a DM, how can they reach you? Yeah, I mean, like, I am a kind of, I don't know, but I am a social people, but social to a very small extent. I mean, only my friends, very close friends, get to see how true I am. But go to Twitter, on Instagram, Snapchat. You can follow me, IK_Paylot. Maybe once in a while I post, but you can always send me DMs, and I'm always replying DMs. And yeah, and then go out and follow the company, to be able to see our progress. Obiex HQ on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and then the rest. Obiex HQ. People can go there, follow about the company, and then be able to see our progress also and all the products that we have to offer. Download the app as well. If you're a crypto trader or if you're looking to get into cryptocurrency trading, you can go to any of the app store, download OBX, and start your crypto journey with us. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, honestly, having you on Africa Tech Radio today. Thank you very much. And we're going to go on a break right now. Lilian. Let's enjoy this song by Bob Marley, and it's titled Jamming. We'll be right back.
Africa Tech Radio.
I know, you waited. I'm very glad that you did. Thank you very much. Yes, it's still Africa Tech Radio, and you're listening to Back to Base, where we spoke to the co-founder and CEO of Paylot and OBX Finance. I mean, it is one thing to establish one cryptocurrency platform, but having two, really? I never even get It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for those who want it to happen for you. I mean, you've heard everything you need on ways that you can make this happen. Okay, even if it's other platforms. I mean, it's the same. Determination you have to have, the same entrepreneurial spirit you have to have. All you have to do is to just look out for a problem and find a solution to it. That is it. And people will pay you for that solution. As simple as ABC, it might sound, it might be difficult, but that is, the first step to finding your own platform. Okay? Yes, my name is Lilian, and that's all we are taking today. And if you want to follow us, we are on Instagram, on Facebook, and Twitter. On Instagram, it is at ATech Radio, Africa Tech Radio. So it's at ATech Radio. On Twitter and Facebook, it's Africa Tech Radio. Follow us and follow our content. Engage, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Africa Tech Radio, and it's going to be amazing. You'll be better off for it because you'll be following everything that we are putting out, which is always educational, entertaining, and educational. Some more. Enjoy this song because I know that you like it. I know you like everything that we have given you today. Today's edition on Back to Base in Africa Tech Radio. Enjoy this one. One day cool.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.